Welcome to FTL, where we roast the left's lies and drop truth bombs. Today, we're diving into how Obama's Russian election narrative was a treasonous attack on America and how Tulsi Gabbard called it out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's roll. All right, patriots, let's talk about the Obama administration's Russian election hoax. A lie so dirty it smells like treason. Back in 2016, Obama's team pushed this pathetic story that Russia hacked the election to help Trump, and we're going to make the case that this was a betrayal of America itself. It's not just sad, it's a savage-level clown show, and Tulsi Gabbard was one of the few who saw through the garbage from the start. Picture this: 2016, Hillary's campaign is tanking harder than a bad reality show. Leaked emails expose the DNC's shady deals, and voters are running to Trump. So what does Obama's crew do? They spin this wild tale about Russian hackers stealing the election from Maga. Some memes, a few emails, maybe a couple of bots tweeting "Make America Great Again." That's their big interference? It's like calling a squirt gun a nuke. Pathetic. But here's where it gets dark. Pushing this lie wasn't just politics. It was a calculated move to undermine the will of the American people. That's where the treason talk comes in. Now let's make the case. Treason, at its core, is betraying your country, and what Obama's admin did feels like a stab in the back. They took a nothing burger, some Russian trolls posting memes, and hyped it into a national crisis to delegitimize Trump's victory. The American people voted for Trump, fair and square, but Obama's team, with their deep state buddies, tried to paint that vote as a Russian conspiracy. That's not just sore losing, it's spitting on democracy itself. They wanted to scare Americans into doubting their own election, all to protect Obama's legacy and kneecap Trump's presidency. If that's not betraying the trust of the nation, what is? It's like handing the keys to our democracy over to a fairy tale about Putin. Sad. And who was out there calling BS on this nonsense? Tulsi Gabbard, the one Democrat with the spine to stand up to her own party. Tulsi, a veteran who actually loves this country, saw the Russia narrative for what it was: a desperate dodge by the DNC to avoid owning their failures. She questioned the establishment's obsession with Russia, pointing out how they were using it to distract from Hillary's flop and their own corruption. The DNC and media tried to smear her as a traitor for it. Ironic, right? Tulsi was like, "I'm not buying your lies." And that raw truth is why MAGA respects her. She was calling out the same garbage Obama's team was pushing, and it's no wonder she later ditched the Democrats entirely. Here's the kicker. Obama's own intel report in January 2017 admitted they had zero proof Russia changed a single vote. None. But they still ran with this hoax, screaming Russia to make Trump look like Putin's puppet. Why? To sow chaos and weaken a duly elected president. That's the treasonous vibe, undermining the American people's choice just to cling to power. It's not about secret deals with enemies. It's about betraying the trust of every voter who picked Trump. And the humor? It's laughable how bad they fumbled this. They thought they could scare us with Russian boogeyman stories, but all they did was expose themselves as petty elitists who can't handle losing. The best part? This whole thing blew up in their faces. The Russia hoax gave Trump the perfect stage to call out the deep state and fake news. Every time they cried Russia, Trump dropped a tweet that lit up the internet and kept winning. Tulsi, too, kept pushing back, and her rejection of the narrative helped shine a light on the truth. Obama's team thought they were masterminds, but they were just chucking darts at a board blindfolded. Meanwhile, Trump and patriots like Tulsi were out here proving the American people won't be fooled by lies. So, FTL fam, here's the deal. Obama's Russian narrative was a treasonous lie, not because he was passing secrets to Moscow, but because he betrayed the American people's vote. He pushed a baseless story to undermine Trump and democracy itself, all to save his own ego. Tulsi Gabbard saw through it, called it out, and paid the price from her own party. Trump took the hits and came out stronger because that's what winners do. Obama's legacy? Stuck with this pathetic chapter of crying about Russian memes. It's not just a lie, it's a savage-level embarrassment. That's the truth, FTL fam. What do you think of Obama's treasonous hoax and Tulsi's takedown? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep roasting the left. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Keep fighting for America, and we'll see you next time on FTL. MAGA forever.